Greetings. We're going to review the installation instructions for the high-performance fitting. The high-performance fitting consists of a few key parts. One is the small tensioning cap. Another is the grip ring by which major tightening forces are applied. Of course, the external main ferrule, the tip. It's a three-step process. The first step is to start with the fitting in the proper configuration with the tip extended and with the cap screwed back off the body. In other words, the cap should not be screwed in against the body. It should be removed from the body. It can be removed completely, but just turning it on one or two threads is a convenient place for it. So we're now in the proper position for installing the fitting. I'll install it into this cutaway port. To install, grasp by the grip ring, the main grip ring, not the cap, grasp by the grip ring, insert the tip into the port cavity and begin turning the 1032 thread by the grip ring, and continue turning until we tighten. This is step 2, to merely insert the tip with the main grip ring and tighten the ferrule. And here we want to put a fair amount of pressure on. High pressure, I would say, but finger tight, as much as you can apply with your fingers, especially for 10-15,000 psi connections. Then we conclude the process with step 3, which is to merely snug the cap. And we lightly turn it, and when it stops turning, we stop turning. Don't apply additional pressure. Just when it stops turning, stop. And it's installed. Now, should the fitting leak, it means that inadequate pressure was applied to the grip ring, so it will need to be tightened. Before tightening, back off the cap a few turns. Oop, I backed off the entire fitting. Back off the cap a few turns. Then tighten, retighten, and then lightly re-snug the cap. And snug is a subjective term. When it stops turning, stop applying pressure to the cap. And that's it. The two main mistakes people make with this fitting are one, to try to tighten using the cap. If it's leaking at this point, to try to tighten with the cap and neglecting to back off the cap before tightening with the main body. The other mistake is to start from an improper starting position, which would be with the cap inserted. When that occurs, the main body puts pressure on the tip instead of putting pressure on the ferrule. So it's essential that the cap be backed off before tightening the fitting, and then the process is concluded by lightly snugging the cap. And that's it.